Welcome back. Orcs Must Die 2, Episode 4. I am Enigmius. And Episode 4 means Map for the Crossing. Ranked 325 on the leaderboards. Let's get at it.
These rifts just keep popping up.
No matter. As more rifts appear, our powers grow. Together we will sweep the orcs aside.
Then what? We get married? Pop out a little army of war mage babies?
I would sooner rip your beating heart from your chest.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
That's one way to get shot down. Not the way I would want to get shot down, but that's one way. We're basically going to be using very similar loadouts to the last episode. I'm keeping the Dwarven Missile Launcher because it's just so much fun. Again, we're not going for 5 skulls or high scores with these first few maps. We're just kind of giving a little bit of exposure to the game and having some fun, which means we have freedom to do things that aren't maybe necessarily the most efficient or best way to do them, just goofing around and watching the carnage. In addition to that, I've added the wind belt to our arsenal, which lets us move around very large groups of orcs, perhaps to include knocking them off the chasm here. It's a long way down. And it's just a handy way to control leakage and other things if you really, really need it. Spike trap, we're going to keep the spring traps because this is another one of those maps where they work so well. Because we've got this whole big opening here, we can flip orcs over there, and it's basically instant death. Actually, I won't place that just yet. And then I've got my my web trap and my acid sprayer, the flame vent, and barricades. So pretty straightforward setup. Now this is the first time that we've had 2 portals to defend. We've got, we'll speed it up a little bit here. We've got a portal here, and then we come up here and we've got a portal here, and then all the way over here we've got a rift that will open, I think, around or wave 2, and then we've got this rift here. So it's basically a big rectangle with the railroad tracks going up and down either side, portals on one end, rifts on the other, and this one over here is the first one that's going to open. So what we want to do is, I like to try and manage this area as best I can when I've got 2 rifts without bankrupting myself, because then I end up with an area that's really well defended over here maybe, and hardly anything over there because I don't get enough coin for the second round. So let's see what we can do here.
Bath time, children.
By way of punishment. And again, I don't like using things that damage and then using things that insta-kill. It seems like a waste, but we know from past experience that just because these do damage doesn't mean they're going to kill everything that comes out of here. So it's not really that big of a deal. It won't let me put anything there. Won't let me put anything there. So that's really all we can get for wall traps until down that way. And then we can just go like this. And a flip, and a flip, and a flip, and a flip. And that leaves us with 1,000 coins for the second round. Let's see what these guys do. This could go well or it could go absolutely horribly.
Relentless, aren't they?
See, and I neglected to check. Oh, that was actually really good timing. These are crossbow orcs, who really not my favorite guys to deal with because they have a crossbow, and that means they can shoot you from a distance. Makes it very difficult with high score attempts where you don't want to get hit. And they aren't, so far they aren't even really getting to the spring traps. We'll let this guy take a little bit of a whee.
We aren't done yet.
It's hard not to love that. It's just a thing. I can't help myself. And here we get basically unrestricted use of wall traps. So we're gonna get 4 acid spitters and more stupid crossbow guys. I love this weapon.
More.
Oh, I missed. So we got plenty of acids. The run is long enough with the 4 traps that you know, some guys will get through. They'll trigger the first and second trap, Then the next group of guys comes through, they trigger the third and fourth, and by the time the next wave comes through, the first and second are reset, ideally. You can see we're getting some pretty good acid coverage. And as always, one guy who serves the explicit purpose of making a liar out of me.
I need no rest.
How many pieces was
Step into
that?
my sprinklers, little orcs.
So now really the biggest thing working against us, if we had to pick something, is the time between waves is not really long enough to give a lot of thought to what we're doing or why. So we're just kind of doing the best we can with what we've got. I love those traps. We got guys up here that are trying their best to sneak by. They didn't make it. They're just bones on the ground. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a... Oh, we got a runner. Oh, the runner got flipped off the side. Excellent. So this situation appears to be well in hand. I'm just having so much fun. There's so many ways to have fun. Whether it's manually triggered, whether it's something you set up before the wave, it's just death and carnage. Wow, 3,000 coins to spend as I see fit. Oh, I know. We can do the this. So we've got a decent amount of damage going down when they come around the corner. And then if they get past that, that's when they get into the flippers. So that, I'm pretty happy with that. For now, like I say, these things could change at a moment's notice. Let's get some fire to help out. And I don't want to use the spring trap on this side, because what can happen is they actually end up being flipped down onto that level there, and then it's as though nothing had happened. You just wasted the cooldown on the trap, and you have to deal with them down there anyways because they're already past your traps. So what can we do? We'll just do a couple of spike traps.
Right here, children.
And we'll see how far that gets us. I'm expecting... Oh, we got elementals. Right in the chops.
Blood will have blood. If the first trap doesn't happen, the rest will.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh, shotgun. Crossbow orcs. That was a good combo off that guy. Yeah, I missed. My RPG missed. I think we're in really good shape right now. As long as we can keep the elementals from getting too close to the portals when they're in their full-sized kind of state, then we're in good shape. We've got more crossbow guys coming. We're gonna send a little of that over there. And this guy, oh,
A brisk little fight.
he didn't live long enough to create any kind of problem. I could have probably managed this entire level without any kind of magic using weapon and not had any difficulty at all. Nope. I just heard a bunch of dead people, or dead orcs, as it were. Yeah, I'm firing the rockets and then they're dying before the rocket reaches them, which is fine. You know, it's hard to complain about that. Yeah, it's a race. What gets there first? The traps, or the minecart, or the rockets? Okay, those ones are well under control. And over here, yeah, these guys are in for a rough ride. They've got 3 layers of fire plus 5.
I was just starting to enjoy myself.
6 acid traps. And yeah, they're not getting by very easily. What have we got down here?
Let's begin.
Full-size waves coming out both sides now. That guy, yeah. Oh, we got a rocket? Yes, finally we managed to hit something with a rocket. We got these guys here, the medium orc
Is
guys.
there any limit to my genius?
They're dead. All dead. Another guy just got flipped off. Oh, elemental. Right in the face. His little buddies. Oh. Going for a bit of a sail. So much fun. Oh, another elemental. There we go. And that worked out fairly well. Plenty of acids. Outstanding.
That was
He thought he was in the free and clear,
It's time.
but that didn't last at all. I haven't used my web guys at all, which is kind of a disappointment. Those are usually a fairly important part of my repertoire,
Remember me now?
but totally unnecessary this time around.
My plan worked perfectly.
Everywhere I go, they die before I get there. Oh, here we go. I missed that.
Now,
That
how many
even if
was
they weren't
that?
dead, that was not a very good shot. I should be ashamed of myself. Anybody want a rocket? Here you go. Good job. Let's see what's the alt fire. Oh yeah, that's the flat cannon. Oh, we had runners, but they got flipped off the platform by the traps. 5 skull dance. That would have been not a bad run if we weren't using mana. We lost 50,000 points for using mana, but we gained a hell of a lot of fun. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just take a quick look at the stats. I killed 36 out of 206 total, so that's not horrible. Ideally, the combat kills would be 0, but we can't always pick and choose the way that works out. No rift points taken away. All of the bad guys were killed before they got to our rifts. Not bad on the time. 50 seconds ahead of part time. 5 combo. It's not great, but it's not bad. And the largest kill streak was 11, which is a little bit surprising considering we had 2 different groups of mobs to pick from and kill all at the same time. But again, we weren't going for score, so we'll forgive the low number. Skull score 50,000 instead of 100,000 that we would have had if we had not used mana, and we had 6,800 coin left over at the end of the match. Not bad. Not bad. So that's episode 4. Episode 5 will be the last, I believe. Actually, let's just quickly check. Campaign menu. Yes, episode 5 will be the last of the maps that I have 5 skulled. Then we will take a 5 skull attempt at Hidden Gulch, and then we will be on to all new maps. Progressing nicely. Leave your feedback in the comment section below the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.